Hello, thanks for watching this video. Thanks for coming on my YouTube channel. Thanks for coming on my holistic YouTube channel where I'm gonna upload videos. Gonna make a lot of content really based on health, holistic health, inner health, your spiritual state of being, your mental state of being. I want to talk about different subjects. I want to talk about my vision about the world. I want to give advice. I want to make like helpful videos for you guys, really based on increasing your day, your energy, your life in general. Um, so these videos are really out of the feeling, out of the blue, where I try to tell my vision. It's really about inspiration. Every video can have a different type of interpretation. Um, yeah, I want to make lots of content. Also, like for example, travel videos, vlogs, when my channel will grow. I want to build an audience. I want to build like a specific audience. I want to get people to know me as the person who I am. People need to realize where I really focus on, where I really try to get my input on. And along the way, you will get to know me more and more. And yeah, hopefully, you will be a watcher who wants to stay and wants to see more of my content. Like that's a bit of my goal. Yeah, maybe we can get in touch along the way, because this is also a bit focused on the fact that I do like holistic coaching. I like to jump on one-on-one calls with people, where I focus on their inner health, where I help people in problems based on different things like depression, yeah, difficulties in their lives, in their relationship with people, with their family, with their friends. So it's also really helpful. It's a way to increase your the awareness also in you. So the awareness of not being alone. Someone who says something, and what maybe can help you. So yeah, maybe you will keep watching these videos and you like it and you want to get more and more in touch with me, for example. This can be something for you, like a one-on-one call. So that's a bit of the basic introduction. I want to say it because of the fact that there will come lots of new people on this channel, and that channel will grow more and more. When I started posting more, so that's why I want to give a short introduction of who I am, what I do, and why I make these videos. I like to discuss a certain topic for this video. In this video, I want to discuss and to talk about creation and vibration. So I want to talk about creation and vibration. Why this topic? Because I think like creation and vibration are a bit of the main key pillars of doing something. Maybe you have a certain point and you don't know where you want to go. Maybe like you have a business you want to start, or you want to do things with your life. I think it's very important to separate things from each other. You know, like um, focusing and doing something is really based on yourself. You know, if you like to do something, do it. You know, like if you like to talk for a camera and speculate, try to speak in a philosophical way, to speak to people in front of a camera. Do it. Like, don't look at the reasons behind it. Don't look at the things, what can happen. Don't look at the things, how it can work out for you, because this is your mind in a different state of being that you want it to be. Like, it's only thinking in the problems. It's only thinking in the what else, what else, what else. Think in creation, think in vibration, think in living from your inner self, from your deeper state of being, to do something. What is you? Like not because of doing something. Like, uh, and implement there a good way of living in. So creation and vibration. Yeah, what you could all talk about this, what you could tell about it. I think it's very important that you really live close with your soul. You live close with your heart. Then you may be already asking, yeah, but what you say, like, how do I live close with my heart? How do I live close within my soul? What is this kind of nonsense? What I mean with this is, live close to yourself is nothing more than being real to yourself, being honest with yourself, living from your true state of being, from your true inner self, and you're not pretending, to be someone, or to do something. It really has to do with your health, because your health has not only to do with your physical health, or your mental health. Like emotions, for example, is also a form of health. So, like, pretending or being your real self is already a way of thinking. Like, being your real self is more healthier than pretending to be someone, because, and you can see, and this is what I'm trying to say, like, living from your authentic self, living from your real self is, um, what also makes you more real. And a more real person is also a more healthy person. And this is everything has to do with a holistic lifestyle. Because it's not only about what you eat, it's not only about how many times you exercise, it's not only the hours you sleep. These are only like abstract contrast in the whole spectrum. It's about you. It's about your thinking patterns. It's about the way how you perceive things. It's the way how you observe life. It's really about your habits. The true inner self, the soul, is watching you constantly, looking in the day. What are you doing? What are your habits? What are your reactions? And we all have it. We all have different type of emotions. We all have different type of ways how we speak, how we handle, how we interpret things. But this is like you. The real deal is in the soul, living from your higher state of being. That's why it's very good to implement a certain structure in your day, to become this person who who's saying what he's saying. You can pretend, but you can be the person you want to be. Like, are you a person who, like, exercise for 4 or 5 times a week, every week, or you're just saying it? You exercise 1 time a week. Are you the person who's really dedicated to something every day, no matter what? Or you're saying it, like, what are your habits, comparison in what you're saying. Like uh, how are the things you're valuing life really in comparison with how it really is. And this is what I mean with health, because pretending, the consequence of pretending to be someone is to get along in the wrong circles, because you're pretending to be this person. But by pretending, you get in certain circles where you don't want to be in, and be in certain circles leads to maybe the bad habits. You don't assume, you don't have a bigger belief in of who you are as a person, so like pretending as a person leads to the same cycle where you can be really inside yourself not a happy person. But this is where it is going wrong with lots of people, is that they constantly pretending their life instead of really living it. It's a big difference for most people, for really living your life or pretending a specific life you're living in, you know. Because this system, it's very abstract, it's very made. Of course, we know this, but the nicest thing about it is that you really can create something for yourself. You really can create your own life. You really can create your own reality. Um, but how to cultivate it, how to do it. Um, yeah, the thing is, and ask yourself, do I know what the real purpose of life is? Do I really know um, where it's all about? Do I know? And I am aware of the fact that I have a soul. And am I aware of the fact this soul is the real growth of my life? Am I aware of the fact that my higher state of being is the real development in life? Or uh, am I not aware of this? Because you need to look further than yourself to grow and to go further and to go deeper in life. So implement certain structures. You can implement, for example, because like people, they always say they want to be exceptional, they want to be great, they want to do big things in life. But how are you gonna do it? Like the key factor in this is to repeat something constantly over and over again to become this person, because otherwise it cannot happen, because you're really pretending the life, remember, instead of really living it. So, for example, you can implement a morning routine uh, when the real deal is to grow your higher state of being, to live more from your soul, and living more from your soul to more observe life and really observing your own behavior, observing others' behaviors, observing your own energy and the energy of other people, uh, being and becoming more aware. Try to increase your skills, um, really seeing life from a bigger picture, from a higher perspective, to live it more fully instead of being pretending. Like pretending leads to habits you don't want to have, because you're pretending something. So you will cultivate uh, some kind of habits what has not the right influence to become more that real person. And of course, we are humans, so we have certain habits, we have certain bad habits. It's super normal, but um, realize in your life certain patterns. Um, Become aware of trends in your life. And if you become aware of specific trends in your life, see it for what it is and try to turn this around, try to cultivate it in a different way to um, to be aware of this habit, to be aware of this person in your circle, to be aware of, because like breaking patterns and moving yourself in a different direction, that is the real change. And if you have the capability to change and to move yourself in different way of perceptions, of different way of thinking, of different ways of living, then you're real changing. Um, so like maybe a little recommendation, little advice to grow and change your perspective, see things from a bigger picture, start and cultivate your life in a way, like for example the morning. The morning can be a very good critical point for yourself to activate this change. Because how you wake up, what do you do if you wake up? We have this phone, we all have it. Let's be honest, guys. Like the phone is really um, something, like that the this digital world is so integrated that we're not even aware of the fact anymore that we're constantly on our phones, that we're constantly watching a screen. So, but this is still not the real world, like the world is the awareness around it's not in the screen, it's around your digital world. It's where you're looking at. It's how you really perceiving the world, how you look at it, the real people you meet, the things you do without your phone. That's the real world. So, like start, for example, with not directly looking at your phone. Take a notebook. Start with some breathing exercises. Like cultivate gratefulness, compassion in your heart, in your mind. Deep breathing increases like your immune system to relax more. To live more from your heart. Your heart is your cultivated creative stimulation. It's the endless intelligence you have in your life. And your head is constantly dragging and keeping you down. So cultivate your energy already in the beginning of a day in a different perspective from creation, from breathing in your heart with love, compassion, gratefulness, because this opens ways of receiving, receiving. But with chasing, we always chase wrong, we we chase the wrong things. With chasing, you're not gonna get what you really want. And when our we set our mindset in creation while doing like those breathing exercises in the morning, writing the things we're grateful for, writing our thoughts on paper, reading a statement about ourselves, doing like different breathing exercises. I can discuss them in a later stadium, also on this YouTube channel. Meditate for 10, 12 minutes. Do some rack stretching in the morning. Take a cold plunge, take a cold shower. Um, and I'm not saying you need to do these things, but these things, they create awareness. They create a way of state of being. You don't, your life not, uh, you live your life. That's the real thing. You live it with clarification. You live it with awareness. You live it with cultivation, and not being lived. Like most of our people being lived. You need to take responsibility for your own health, your state of being. So create some discipline. And I really think the morning is a very good way to cultivate this. And after this, you can go to your work. You can do what you need to do, and you will recognize that you have far more energy, you have far more clarification, you have a far better idea, a better purpose of you want to seek your day and how to cultivate your day in a more successful way. Later in the day, of course, if you have time, you can go for a workout. Everyone knows what's good in a workout, but you can bring a book. You can read 10, 20 pages. Also, a way of being aware in life. It's a habit of being more in the moment. Like that's what it's really about. Like a morning routine, exercising, reading a book. It's always of being present. It's always of being in the moment. Live your days with purpose, with drive, with energy. Also to your colleagues, also to the task you need to do to successfully reach it. Don't try to distract yourself constantly while doing other things. And I'm saying it again, like it's the phone what really is the problem. But you are still the person who can have control over this. So repeat, repeat, repeat. Have some discipline in it. That's so important, guys. Be consistent. Have discipline. Um, and start how your life will change in a more cultivated way. Like go for a hike. Visit nature once or twice a week. Um, go with your friends. Go with your family. Do a travel. A travel is a very good way to change your perspective in a different way. You need to see the whole picture. It's zooming out, and while zooming out, perceiving and living your life, and watching it from a distance to control it better. Because you're the universe. I'm the universe, and together we create this cosmos of everything. So I think this was a very inspirational video. Hope you liked it. Hope you really liked watching it. So I'm gonna upload more. If you like watching, watch the next time for a reel or another video like this. And see you soon. Thanks for watching.